Hey guys, what's up? We're back here with the 180. I wanted to give you guys an update on some of the little things that have changed, what's new, and where we're going with it. So the tank, ever since the restart's been doing really good. One thing that has changed is we did bring over our Oscillaris clowns. There's one and there's the other from the other tank that we broke down into this the 180. Unfortunately, our Clarky clown was not really into that, so she was moved down into the sump for now to give her time to think about what she wants in life. On the other hand, we added our Aptasia eating filefish, who's been doing fantastic in the tank, eating, doing well, very active. We have seen him pecking at some of the Aptasia, nothing major, so we'll see how that goes. The other thing is, I did rearrange the MP40s. Originally, there was another one up here, so there was 3 in the back wall. However, I wasn't really getting the flow I wanted across the tank. So what I did is I moved one MP40 to this side, and I got another one to put over on that side. So now I have 1 on each side of the tank, 2 on the back wall, and that helps a lot with the flow. I also arranged where my nozzles were pointing coming from the return, and that way we get nice good flow, random flow, and there's no real dead spots for stuff. The other thing you're seeing, if you can really see, is we're getting a ton of coralline algae growth. You see all the purple on all the rock that's coming in. So the coralline algae growth is doing really good. I did add a bit more rock to the tank to help with increase the biological filtration and give it some more swim throughs and such for the fish. But the coralline algae is doing fantastic. There's a blue dot jawfish. He always has the sand stirring, so that's why there's always stuff in the particles in the water. But yeah, so we're getting really good flow. The tank is doing really well. You see the incredible amount of coralline algae that's all over the rocks right now. We did add some cleanup crew. We got some hermit crabs and some snails in the tank again. What else did we do? We now have Chaeto and Dragon's Breath algae down in the refugium. So we got some macroalgae in there to help with that biological filtration. And that's pretty much it as far as in the tank. As far as what's new. Now let's go over to the equipment room. And in the equipment room, what we did, let me adjust this real quick. There we go. In the equipment room, you see we got the Neptune DOS hooked up there. It's got the BRS 2-part right there that it's feeding into the tank to keep things running smoothly. It is being controlled by the Trident, so the Trident is controlling the dosing to keep them nice and stable. Again, here's our setup, and then over here is where we added that 4th MP40. So we have really nice equipment set up with our auto top off. But that's really all that we added as far as equipment. I got the Neptune DOS hooked up and running, so it could maintain the parameters really nice and stable. Alright, now what is the major upgrade or new surprise that we've added to the tank? Well, nothing to the tank yet. But what we did finally get is our fish sorter. So we're coming over here to our quarantine tank. In our quarantine tank, we have 3 lyre-tail anthias, so that one can turn into a male. We have a flame angel to replace the flame angel that we lost. A coral beauty to replace the coral beauty that we lost. A purple tang to replace the purple tang that we lost. And if maybe he decides to make an appearance. I can't see where, oh, I can see his reflection. He's down there, but we do have a fox face as well. I used to have a magnificent fox face that we lost during the crash. This is just a standard fox face, but I did want to get some yellow in there. There's our coral beauty. He is a good looking fish. The colors are outstanding on all the fish. There's a little tussle between the angelfish, but the coral beauty is significantly bigger than the flame, so that should keep that to a minimum. There shouldn't be really a tussle for who's boss. This is a 36-gallon bow front tank. So this would not be a tank big enough for all these fish if they were going to stay here. But for a quarantine tank, they're only going to be here for about a month. They're going to be fine. Now, we did get them in yesterday. Since yesterday we left the tank all dark to let them kind of calm down. Today the lights came on. They're all swimming around, having a good time. They've all eaten. You can see some remnants of the food that I fed not too long ago. They all ate like pigs. They were very excited about the food, and I didn't even put any garlic in it really at this point. So it is good that they're eating like that without the need for garlic. Even though we do have some. So on the side of the tank, you see how I keep track of everything. It's a quarantine. We are running copper power. We did our test on that when they went in on the 13th. Salinity is 1.024, a little lower than what I normally keep my tanks at 1.026. The copper power tested at 2.54 parts per million on the Hanna copper checker. Fish went in on the 13th. They're going to come out on October 11th at 4 weeks. So if everything goes well, hopefully, everybody will get nice and used to each other, get nice and used to eating the food we're feeding, and they can move from this tank into the display. So I'm also thinking that at that time I will also try to move the Clarkie back into the display tank. That way there's a lot more fish. It's like a new tank. I've added some rock, and hopefully that helps dissipate some of that aggression. These guys will be a lot more established in the tank. And yeah, so there you go, guys. That is our update as far as the tank goes. Again, I wanted you guys to kind of see the progression of how we're going, and you can really see that the coralline algae is really taking off in the tank, getting nice color on the rocks. So I'm going to hold off on coral for a little while. I want to get the fish and everything going. I want to, even though this is an 8.5-year-old tank, so it's pretty darn established, I just want to get that bioload stable once I add all the fish, get it all rolling, give it a little bit, and then try to work on this aptasia problem prior to starting to add corals again, I think. We'll see. You know how we can all get impatient with our tanks and want to get them all going really nice, really fast. So yeah, so there you go, guys. That's our updates. Any comments, questions, concerns, please drop them down in the comments section. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell so that you are notified every time that I add any videos on the update of the 180-gallon display. It is a total water volume of about 200 gallons as far as the water in there, plus that 40-gallon auto top off. So there you go, guys. Again, if you have any questions about any of the equipment that I'm running, so far, loving it. The tank is silent, which is awesome. And yeah, everybody looks happy and healthy. So again, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It really helps a lot. Hit that notification bell so you see our next videos. And I will see you on the next one, guys. Thanks.